33-day deployment, it's not a joke.
Training will definitely get more intense.
If we make the same mistakes as we go out, it will be people's lives lost.
I would expect it to be one whole roller coaster ride.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Nearly 185 aspiring naval officers and engineers go through the Midshipman course in Officer Cadet School every year. As part of their training, they will be deployed to sea for a month for the most rigorous training phase, the MSTD.
MSTD stands for Midshipmen Sea Training Deployment. This is the first time the midshipmen will see in action what they've learned in theory from Naval Foundation term. Hi, I'm Major Vivian Ng, Mixed Wing Course Commander. The MIDS course spans over 9 months, broadly split into 3 major phases. Naval Foundation term is mostly theory-based and on developing of one's core competencies. And then when we enter Naval Advanced term, where MSTD is part of it, is when we get them to come on board ship to experience the hands-on aspect of it and to learn alongside the operational ship crew what it means to work on board the ship.
The midshipmen will sail on board RSS Endurance, one of the Navy's largest warships.
Months prior to the deployment, we work very closely with our key stakeholders to develop a sound and coherent deployment plan. And internally, the crew make very detailed preparation plan ranging from manpower, logistics as well as training to ensure the ship is at the highest operational readiness.
As part of the MSTD, the ship will make stops at 3 ports, covering more than 5,500 nautical miles over 33 days. To prepare the midshipmen for their first deployment out at sea, they will spend 10 days on board ship in harbour to familiarize themselves with shipboard life.
A 33-day deployment, is not a joke. Overall, I hope to learn as much as I can and treat every day as a new day, new opportunity. I'm Midshipman Lieutenant Colonel Daniel. I've been residing in Canada for the past 10 years. I came back exactly 3 days before my enlistment just to get used to the time difference. I wasn't even sure I was going to sign on in the first place, but after experiencing, BMT and looking at the opportunities in the military, I definitely knew that I wanted to.
Take the entrance down to your cabins.
Hi, I'm Midshipman Johan Fadli. Moving into MSTD, one of the things that I'll definitely look forward to is a sense of camaraderie between all of us and knowing that we got each other's back.
Not too bad. We'll make it as best as we can for this 1 month.
The top reason why I signed up for the Navy is just honestly a new challenge, new environment, and from MSTD I hope to really come out as a physically and also a mentally stronger person.
RSS Endurance is over 140 meters long and 40 meters high, equivalent to a 39-story building in length and 12 stories in height. With more than 150 compartments on board, it can get confusing for some to find their way around.
I was lost many times. I'm Midshipman Lim Cheyenne. They introduced to us the different parts of the ship, gave us a ship tour, and introduced to us the different routes.
So what about the bridge?
So it's pretty confusing, and all I could do was to try and draw to familiarize myself with the different parts of the ship.
Welcome aboard RSS Endurance!
This is the flight deck. We have our physical activities held at the flight deck when we're out at sea. We have the medical center, and this is where we'll report sick. And they are the medical team that takes care of us during the whole MSTD deployment.
This is the toilet, and on board ship we call it the heads.
This is the briefing room. For midshipmen, we have our lessons as well as our meals over here.
the tank deck. This is where we do our early morning exercises and our FFDC training practicals. So this is my cabin. This is the bed that I will sleep in every night.
Finding one's bearing around the ship may be important, but getting around safely is crucial.
I'm very accident prone. I've broken 9 bones in my life. I'm Midshipman Gerald Tay. Even though the ship may seem very, very big from outside, because it's 141 meters long, they maximize the space they use, so everything is quite cramped. It's not the most convenient thing for a guy that's tall-ish.
So on board ship, the headspace in certain compartments are pretty low. So for those people at 180, 190, right, make sure look at all these protruding points on board ship.
So far, every single stairwell I've had to walk in like this. Almost every door I walk in like this. I think that's one of the most important things that I have to learn from MSTD is to get used to being very safety conscious.
To create an optimal training environment, free from distractions, midshipmen will have limited connectivity out at sea.
It makes it a really big challenge for us. I'm Midshipman Garcia. Without the connection on board ship, it makes it harder for us to communicate to each other and finding one another on board ship. If there's a sudden change in any plans, it will be a very complicated one for all of us.
Reducing their reliance on connectivity through smartphones, the midshipmen are pushed to strengthen their fundamentals in communication skills.
Instead of using our Telegram channel to disseminate info, we'll be using flip charts. And during lunch or dinner, the division will sit together to look at exchanges and they will disseminate and pump out info to the rest of the division from there.
Harbour acclimatization passes quickly with a packed schedule for the midshipmen.
We are about to sail in a week's time, which is pretty exciting. Hi, I'm Midshipman Ong Jing Shen Jasmine. So this will be kind of the first taste of what Navy life would be like for me in the future. That's why I wanted to sign on to sail. Once you embark on MSTD is when I feel like the actual training will start. Training will definitely get more intense, it'll get more tough. Or will I get seasick? Which is a very big question. I haven't tested it out yet. My plan is to just puke it out and carry on. We'll see how that goes.
Another concern at the top of everyone's minds.
I think if you ask any midshipman, what they expect the most is lack of sleep. Sleep? When you lack sleep, when you're hungry, tired, and you just want a break, you tend to cave into a shell and then I'm just afraid that I might start thinking about myself too much and then neglect my division mates or not be able to help as much.
Experience sharing from those who have come before them helps the midshipmen mentally prepare for the journey ahead.
Sometimes it's very easy to get lost in, the weeds. The day-to-day, alright, you have a schedule, you have to wake up. But remember that your goal is to make it to the finish line, to commission as an engineer or an officer.
It's a very new environment. It's going to be tough for them. Hi, I'm Captain Terence Toh, a MIDS Division Officer. I think it's the journey into the unknown.
5 minutes to notice us.
Read. It's in your voice procedure. So there are a lot of things that they don't know what they don't know, and it's our duty as their instructors to give them guidance through MSTD.
I mean, I've been a midshipman myself before, and I know how the lack of sleep as well as sea state can get to you. What will help them get through all that, right, is really their bond with each other. Then with the support of their peers, I believe they will make it through MSTD.
The day to set sail has finally arrived.
I will definitely miss him, but I'm not worried at all. I know he's in safe hands.
Navy training have made him a better person. I think I'm very proud of him.
Yeah.
I hope the sea state will be good to her. Have a safe trip. See you back soon.
Good luck.
We'll all be waiting for you at home. Be strong and do your best.
It was tough, leaving families, friends, and home behind. But now, the real training begins. Once out on open waters, the midshipmen dive straight into the preparation of their first training exercise, live firing at sea. The ship crew conducts just-in-time training for the midshipmen, going through the theory and technical skills needed to safely fire the GPMG and the CIS 0.5 guns, something that the midshipmen learnt earlier in their naval foundation term.
When you shoot, right, your posture, right, make sure, right, you have like an imaginary chair you are sitting. When you hold, right, it's like literally your center of gravity is like your butt.
But not everyone remembered all that was taught.
No need. You never call at all.
Okay. So this is a good refresher because tomorrow we got a whole day of firing. Tonight I'll practice with my friends, and then hopefully tomorrow there'll be minimal mistakes.
Gun loaded, half cock, safe.
Although guns on board ship are primarily operated by weapon systems specialists, the midshipmen are getting this hands-on experience to better understand the responsibilities of the ship crew they will be leading in the future.
Then shoot the killer tomato.
No, you're shooting a bata. Legit, it's a bata. It's a triangle. It's quite big.
After being given 7 hours of uninterrupted rest, the midshipmen are ready for their first live firing out at sea.
By going through live firing out at sea, not only will they realize the complexity of the serial itself, but also that it's not the same as firing on land.
DMT, when you bring it to the shooting range, the target is stationary, it doesn't move. Going out from the ship, I kept asking my instructor, where's the target? Where's the target? I can't see it. The sea state is pushing the target back and forth and being covered by the waves, and because of the high winds, your bullet won't exactly go exactly where you shoot. So you have to take into account where your bullet's going to be pushed to.
Besides the GPMG and the CIS 0.5, there's also the A gun, the largest gun on the ship. Only the top 3 midshipmen get the opportunity to fire this massive weapon, controlled remotely from the Combat Information Center, or the CIC.
I feel very honored to be able to participate in firing the A-gun because not many had the chance to do so. Prior to even doing the A-gun firing, we were able to witness how the crew in the CIC actually prep. There's a lot of teamwork needed to be able to synergize and fire just one round.
Slightly nervous for me.
It was the best 10 seconds of my life, sitting there and pressing the button.
Driving a warship of this size is no easy feat. Navigating around large tankers and avoiding fishing trawlers out at sea, all while battling the wind and the waves. Welcome to bridge watch keeping.
The bridge is where we are able to see the outside, where we call it the eyes of the ship. This is where we maneuver the ship, like how we are driving, we are now in the driver's seat.
Bridge watch keeping is one of the core training components for the midshipmen during MSTD. The midshipmen will keep watch alongside the ship crew, understudying each role in rotation on the bridge.
We have the Midshipman Navigation Radar Operator, the Midshipman Navigation Officer, lookouts, one on the starboard side and one on the port side, the helmsman, and then also MOW. This is the key personnel, the midshipmen of the watch. That's their main bulk of their assessment. So what he's doing is actually understudying the actual OOW. He's the man that makes the decisions whether to steer left or right, or pick up speed or reduce speed. He's the one that's in charge of collision avoidance and getting the ship from point A to point B safely.
Working with such heavy responsibilities can be very stressful for the midshipmen, taking on their first watches as a midshipman of the watch, or MOW.
Sit back, read 76, tanker, parallel.
So voice procedures are like commands. It's a standard set of words that we use. The bridge watchkeepers will know when to do certain things with certain trigger words. And this is one of the basic fundamentals that we have taught them. And they have to get that right before they can start making assessments, making decisions. So that's one of the things they will struggle with.
Keep vessel to port with no less than 1 mile. Make sure you're on deck. To familiarize yourself is one thing, but to be sure of what you're saying is another thing. You're essentially giving orders to every single one on the bridge, and they will have to report to you, and you have to ensure that whatever they report to you is correct and accurate before you actually give your orders. That was something that was tough for me.
And there are certainly no textbook answers out at sea.
I think one of the challenges will definitely be applying anything theoretical in whatever I'm supposed to do.
So you're following the book, or you're telling me what you observed?
He was actually asking me, you copy all of this, right? You know what's the meaning of all of this, right? I do know some of the meanings, but not everything.
Are you sure? What's more important, the bridge or the CP?
Hopefully, moving on to my next bridge watchkeeping sessions, I'm able to fully understand and rationalize all the different events or unexpected events that might actually occur during the bridge watchkeeping session.
With the large amount of information constantly flowing, accuracy is everything.
Runners running on pumps 1 and 3. Bow thruster secure MCR 15 minutes notice for sea. AOPS 2 mem has a ship. Midshipman Jerry has a con. Midshipman watch on deck.
What's your cost to steal? So try again.